Hello guys, so the last video you saw on my channel was the Mikasa, small, fun and built for giggles. Now we are here, we're at tier 9, we're at the Musashi. Things are a lot bigger and a lot more serious. So, a bit of history for you. Obviously the Musashi is the sister ship to the fabled Yamato. The two biggest battleships ever built by any nation in the world. They were seen at the time as the pinnacle in terms of size and gun caliber for battleships, and they were. They've never nothing this big and this powerful has ever been built since. A lot of argument can be made for the Kirov class nuclear battle cruiser that the Russians have a few of. Again, the same for the Iowa class, my favourite ships in the world. You know, being the most technologically advanced battleships. The same can be said for the Nimitz class aircraft carriers, for example, and the QE class recently for the Royal Navy. However, these monsters, and they are rightly called monsters of the sea, represented a different way of thinking at the time. They were, and still are, some of the most powerful ships that ever put to sea. They had armour that was designed to shrug off 16-inch shells as if they were nothing. They had guns that were designed to obliterate the thickest armour of the day. They were quick for the time as well. You know, no bones about it. And they were designed to simply outlast and outgun the opposition. The Musashi we see here in the game is the 1942 as she entered service version. She did get a refit in 1944, which made her look more like we see with the Yamato, as we can see from here. You can see the difference straight away with the gun turrets and everything like this nestled around the centre section. Which, you know, that was learnings that was taken on very early on within the first couple of years, and she had the deck space and the capacity to take those extra AA and secondary guns to help increase her defensive capability. At the stern of the ship, as you can see, there is a sunken ramp leading to a small hangar area where you could also deploy a couple more of these defensive fighters. But, you know, overall, she and her and her sister ship, the Yamato, were dinosaurs at the time. It just wasn't realised how powerful the aircraft carrier had and would become. She was eventually sunk not long after the Battle of Leyte Gulf. She took an absolute pounding for over, it must be said, let's see, started the attack at 1:31, 2 or 3 hours of absolute pounding. You know, her captain left her at 3:30, and then at 4:21, after reversing course, she was down 29 feet at the bow with water, and she was still afloat. It wasn't until 7:15 where she reached 12 degrees of list. The crew was ordered to abandon ship, which, you know, they did in 15 minutes. That's pretty amazing, that 15 minutes to get the entire crew off something this big. And then she capsized and sank in 1,350 metres of water, where she lies to this day. A lot of people did plan to go back and revisit her and all this kind of stuff, and I think people still will. But her and her sister ship, I don't think we're ever going to see the likes of this again. Nothing like this will ever be built again. Not from a cost perspective anyway. So what do we get in World of Warships? What we get, as we said, is the pre-refit 1942 version of the Yamato class battleship. You know, not the, you know, she doesn't get the good AA for the Yamato, she doesn't get the better secondaries, but she maintains the 460mm guns, which, you know, have a phenomenal punch. She has the same armour layout, the same torpedo reduction as well, at 55%. Same HP, same 28.4 knots and 18.7 rudder shift time. Concealment is about the same, 15.7, And you know, the guns, because they can't run the legendary mod, do have a 26.4 second reload and just under a minute to turn from one side to the other, along with a 26.5 kilometer range in kit out here. As you can see, like I said, I run Yamato Isakura as the captain, so I make use of the preventative maintenance buff. I make use of the expert marksman for the turrets. I use adrenaline rush with superintendent, with advanced fire training, and fire prevention, and basic survivability. Gives it kind of a zombie build style. It can take a lot of punishment and it's still floating and looking at you, and these guns are still blapping away. In terms of the modules of the ship, as you can see, I run the Premium Damage Control Mod 1, the Damage Control System Mod 1, the Aiming System Mod 1, the Damage Control System Mod 2, Concealment Expert, and then Main Battery Modification 2. So I have a slightly longer turret traverse, but I have a much quicker reload. As you can see, I've stacked repair upon repair upon repair upon repair. It makes it very hard to kill, and you can take a lot of punishment before you do eventually succumb. I wouldn't bother with the secondaries on her. It's just not worth it. You don't get much in the way of secondaries, as you can see. So you're better off functioning on improving these main guns as you can do. Consumables, you know me, I don't like the spotter plane, so I run a fighter. The heals and the repairs as normal. Nothing much else to say there. Exterior wise, I'm not running the Musashi camo. I'm running one of the other camos to give me some extra credits. And I'm also running some different flags as well, just so that I can get some more out of her as well and see how we do. So that's the Musashi. Big, serious, pretty brutish. Enjoy the replay that's coming up. I think it's pretty good. I hope you enjoy it. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to my channel. It really would help me. Knock the bell if you haven't already as well. That'll notify you whenever a new video goes live. And if you've already done all of that and you think that my work is worth it, then please feel free to find the Patreon link in the description below. And if you'd like to become a patron, that would be awesome. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the video. See you all next time. Hello guys, and welcome to a pretty big game in the Musashi. As you can see, we are a top tier in this game. We're on the Mountain Range Domination map. It's tier 9, 8 and 7 game this. But we're going to see what the Musashi is capable of. This is a pretty good game. For me, I think it's a pretty good game. So as you can see, we are running the Ocean Soul camo as well for some extra credits this round. But this is going to be a pretty fun game to watch, I think, as well. So off we go. As you can see by the banner on top of the mast, we are running our Yamato Isakura camo, our Isakura Yamato captain. So that means we're running the same as we do in my Yamato, so a bit of a zombie build captain, as I've just gone through with you previously. As always, you know, I'm not one for sitting at the back in these big BBs. I prefer to be up front, you know, tanking it, you know, spotting it, helping the team, taking the hits for the rest of the team to deal the damage as well. Unusually for me though, what I do is I do just pop the ship onto an angle to bring the guns to bear, looking towards the north part of the Charlie Cat. You can see there's somebody shooting over there, but obviously we're too far away to spot them at the minute, or they're behind the islands. So we're going to stick in position, and we're going to see what happens. Mooching forward just about quarter speed, barely tickling 7 knots here. And we're going to see what the mast spots. We're just having a look around, seeing what we can see. We're looking left, we're looking right, we're looking everywhere. Still nothing. Team's deploying okay, although the ACAP looks a little bit weird. Oh, we have an Azumo spotted already. However, as you can see, islands in the way. But then we spot an Atago. Why, hello there, Mr. Atago. You've disappeared. This is not on. And then we spot a Georgia, and we spot the Otago again. So we can try and drop the shells on the Otago. Shots out. Oh, Akazuki. Akazuki. Go back to the Otago. Back to the Otago. Pull the trigger. Big bada boom.
Get back!
And that's what people like about this. So it looks like we might get a couple. There we go. We got a couple of older pens. 3k. Nothing massive. Just a little tickle. Excuse me for coughing there. But they know we're here. So try and get some more shots on the Otago. Give it a bit more lead. That'll do. About there. No? There? Yeah. Yeah, there. I pull it? No? Oh, he's turning that way. Yeah. That feels about right, doesn't it? Let's see what happens. They're in the air. Oh, we're going to miss. Yeah. We missed. Not enough lead at all. So, time to just keep pushing forwards a little bit. We do die very quickly in this game, however, we build our damage very quickly. We then say hello to a Seattle. So, Mr. Seattle. Why, hello there. Shots out on the Seattle. They look good. Oh! They look very good. They look very, very good. And we're looking at the broad of the Ultimo now. Shots out again. Are we going to clunk the Izimo as well? Ooh. No, but still a big chunk at 12k. The broadside of a Georgia? Well, be rude not to, I suppose. But the Ultimo is still giving us broad. Still giving us broad. I think he's slowing. Oh, he is, he's slowing. They're not going to do much. They do enough. 13k. Oh, the Musashi got the Amalfi. The Ultimo is still broad to us. We're 9 seconds on our reload. He starts to speed up a little bit, so we try and anticipate him going forward. Shots out again. Oh, another 7k, and we disable the turret. Oh, shots coming in. This is going to hurt. Brace. Ooh, we hit our Citadel there. The Georgia is turning in reverse. Uh-oh. He's turning in reverse. Shots out on the Georgia. Keep turning, Georgia. Not that good. Oh, but the Otago is back. Oh dear. Mr. Otago, hello. Bit more lead. Why, hello there, Mr. Otago. Oh dear. Oh, I'm a Musashi. Right. We have a decision to make. Do we go for the Musashi? Well, he's giving us the cheek. Oh. 2 big citadels through the cheek. He gives it back, but not as good. High caliber, 184k. Oh, can we get the turn and the guns right? Or are we going to end up... Come on. I'm waiting for my guns to aim. And this is what cost me. I should have just pulled the trigger here. I should have just pulled the trigger. Come on. Here they come. Here they come. Can we do it? Oh, not enough, but two massive citadels again. Down to 9.4k, 218k damage in 7 minutes. We can watch the rest of this game, but as you can see already, the team has actually done really well. We do get some friendly torpedoes. Apologies for the noise in the background. But anyway, that's pretty much where I'm going to end this replay. We do go on to win it. I'll show you the post-game results afterwards. Thank you all. I hope you've enjoyed it. And see you all soon, guys.